Hey guys, it's Gojo here, and today I have another different video, new style. It's gonna be a top 10 mojo list. Yeah, I know I've never really done anything like that, but I have a list of top 10 most embarrassing shit to do at the smoke sesh. So this is like the top 10 most embarrassing things to do. Like you could be anybody, me, you, him, that guy over there, just anyone. You could be a beginner, a pothead, expert, anybody. If you do this, it's most likely gonna make people laugh, or it's gonna be embarrassing and I'm gonna cringe. So I have this list composed from like shit that's like kind of embarrassing, like if anybody does it, it's like it may be embarrassing, it may not, all the way down to heavy embarrassment with cringy shit that makes people cringe, and it's like low-key on the path to being like fucking annoying. Like I'm gonna hurt you. So for number one, I have when somebody forgets to put their finger on the carp or like the hole, you know, when you're trying to clear the bong or the pipe. So either way, if you forget to put your finger on the piece, me being me, I will most likely laugh and I'll be like, dude, you're wasting the weed. Like, okay, you have to put, because it's never happened with somebody that's more like been smoking for a while. It's usually somebody that's just started. It's happened like 3 times, and usually it's pretty funny, but like it's in a group, it's pretty embarrassing. Like, bro, what are you doing? Do you not smoke out of bongs often? Because usually, you know, if you're a new smoker, you're not going to be acting like a new smoker. You're going to be trying to act like you've been smoking, and this is light work, you know. So this is usually what people are trying to do when they fuck up and they don't put their finger on the carb. So that's number one. For number two, I have something a little more embarrassing when somebody's trying to freestyle in a group of people smoking. So if I'm in a squad, it's embarrassing. If I'm just by myself and it's me and you, I'm going to be trying to listen, you know. I'm going to give you some feedback. But if we're in a squad and you start freestyling, there's nothing I can do. Maybe I can pull you aside and be like, hey, bro, that shit was kind of ass. Or like maybe tell you to rap on beat. I don't know. There's like really, that's why it's so embarrassing. It's just like, it's not that embarrassing, but it's like embarrassing for everybody else. So that's number two. For number three, I have when somebody slobbers all over the cart. Now this isn't when somebody slobbers on the blunt. That's a whole different. When somebody nigga lips the cart, that's not that bad. I'm like, I can just wipe it off, act like it didn't happen, and then hit it again, depending on the person. If you're an extrovert kind of person like my brother, you're gonna announce that shit, or my uncle, you're gonna be like, dude, who fucking nigga lipped the fucking cart, dude? Like, I'm black, by the way. You're gonna be like, who fucking slobbered all over the cart? Like, don't hand me a cart with fucking slobber all over it. Excuse me. I was just chiefing the stizzy. But anyway, that's number three. That's the end of the like kind of embarrassing shit. For the beginning of the intermediate, when somebody blows back into the bong or bowl. Now this is, I would say, embarrassing. I wouldn't call it anything less of embarrassing. This is just funny as fuck. Like, if somebody blows back into the bong, it's funny and like annoying at the same time. Like, it's not annoying enough to like criticize them the whole night, but it's annoying enough to be like bro, now we gotta pack a new bowl. It's probably more annoying if you have like little to no weed and that was the last bowl. But if somebody blows back into the bong and you have more weed, it's just low-key like embarrassing. Like, dude, like you can't handle it. Like, just we'll get the pipe for you, bro. You don't need to hit the bong. Like, I know this is kind of advanced for you. You just started smoking. Calm down. Like, you're gonna hurt yourself, and you're blowing out our weed. This is kind of annoying. But yeah, that's my number one for the intermediate. So that's number 4. So number 5, I have, everybody knows it. It's the basic, when you drop the blunt, somebody's fucking your bitch. That shit is, if it's clear as day and you drop the blunt, that shit is embarrassing as fuck. Especially if it's you and you know it's embarrassing. But if it's like mixed between you and somebody else you don't know, and you kind of know it was you try to pin it on somebody else, that shit is funny to watch, bro. When 2 people are trying to argue over who dropped the blunt, oh my god, oh my god, dude, I can't get over it. It is the funniest shit ever. But yeah, that's like number 5 for embarrassing. The little intermediate middle level of the list. Not too embarrassing, but just embarrassing enough to get the squad laughing. So for number 6, I have ripping the last paper. Now this shit isn't funny at all. This is like borderline like dude, like, you're gonna have to give me like some payment for this shit, because like if you rip the last joint paper or the last blunt wrap, if you rip the last one, dude, how are we gonna smoke? How? Tell me how the fuck we're gonna smoke now. Like, we can't smoke. Like, we literally can't. So that's what I'm saying. If you rip the last one, it's not even funny. It's like low-key a fade on sight. Like, you know what I mean? Luckily, this hasn't really happened to me. It mainly happened in a singular smoke sesh, like a solo smoke sesh. Like, if I rip it on my own, and like if that happens, I can't blame myself. You know, I'm not gonna get mad at myself. I'm like, fuck, that sucks. But yeah, that's the last one I have for the intermediate embarrassing shit you can do at the smoke sesh. So we're gonna get right into the heavy, most embarrassing shit you can do. So for number one, I have when somebody acts like they can roll and they can't. This kind of leads from number 6 right into number 7. They're low-key the same, because if you don't know how to roll, you might rip the blunt wrap or the joint paper. So yeah, if you act like you can roll and then you end up rolling a BB, a boof blunt, low-key, that right there is a fade. Like, ooh, like, I'm not gonna actually fade you because it's just some weed, but like, I'm gonna be like, even me, and I don't announce shit often when I like, I don't call people out on shit, but if you roll a BB, bro, I might call you out, and I don't do that often. So just know, if I call you out on a BB, a boof blunt, a bad blunt, whatever you want to call it, just know that shit is actually bad, because I don't do that often. Like, it has to be bad for me to call it out. But yeah. So for number 8, I have ashing on yourself. Now, every smoker does this. If you smoke joints or blunts, you've ashed on yourself at least one time. You cannot tell me you've never ashed on yourself, or like at least dropped the wind blew on the blunt or the joint and it ashed on you. Like, any circumstance where ash got on you, you can't tell me that you're a smoker and it didn't happen. Even the bong, something can blow into the bong and ash gets everywhere. It's happened to everyone, and it is embarrassing if you drop ash on yourself in the squad smoke sesh. Like, I can't even cap. Like, if you drop ash on yourself, that's just embarrassing for you. It's like, it doesn't affect everybody else, but it's embarrassing for you. Like, come on, bro. How you ash on yourself? Like, there's an ashtray right there. Come on. So I was talking about it earlier. If you slobber on the blunt, that's actually a fade. Like, I'm gonna tell you to square up, bro. I'm gonna be like, come on, let's fade right now. Come on. Like, I might be joking around a little bit, but like, low-key, I'm gonna be mad if you pass me the blunt or joint and you slobber on it. Now, joint's a little more serious because the paper's thinner, but if you pass me a nigga lip joint, if you monkey lip the fucking blunt, bro, I'm gonna kill you, dude. But yeah, that's like 9. That's 9. That's pretty high on the list. Now, the only thing more embarrassing than that is pulling up to the smoke sesh and being the only one out of weed. Now, this is number 10 because it can happen to anyone. It really can happen to any broke person. Like, if you're broke enough, you can pull up to a smoke sesh without weed. And if it just happens to be the circumstance where everyone else has weed except for you, that shit is number 1 most embarrassing thing to happen. Like, oh my god, dude, it's unexplainable unless it's happened to you before. Like, if you've just been in that time where you don't have any weed, you're just dry as fuck, like, you don't even have a cart to puff on, like, you're just haven't smoked in a while, and you pull up to the smoke sesh and everybody has some weed to put in except for you, come on, bruh. That shit is embarrassing. It low-key hurts the soul a little bit. But yeah, guys, that's gonna complete my list for the top 10 most embarrassing shit to do at the smoke sesh. So if you like that list, let me know in the comments. Leave a like. Both of those let me know that you enjoyed the video specifically and that you enjoyed this little 10-minute video of me talking. But with that, all I gotta say is stay sturdy, my friends.